Hello, my name is Anish and I'm from Stratford. So, my project is the human following robot, and I'll be presenting my second milestone. So, for this project, I went through about three different things. First, I moved the robot simply just by using code. Then, I added onto that using increasing speed and decreasing speed. And then finally, I was able to get it to do the line following part. Out of those three, I've chosen to do the line following for the demonstration. So as you can see, if I put the bottom part, which is the line following component, along the black electrical tape, and then I turn it on, it should be able to follow that line. And then I also was able to see that I accidentally found out that I could get it to follow a rectangular border, and I believe that this is true because the the computer is able to detect that there's some black colors around this border. And then and then so I had three different projects, as I said. The first one was the move by code element. So for the move by code, I took the same assembly that I did when I presented milestone 1, but then I added on using code. So I was able to use code in order to attach the H bridge to the motor ports, and I was able to see which ones move it forward and backward and which ones move it left and right. So usually motor A is going to move it to the left and motor B is going to move it to the right. And then I didn't add any new components for this part. And then when I did my speed up, what I did is I was able to make it increase by increments of 5 up to 255, which is the maximum that it can go. And then in this one, I added more delays because I needed it to keep stopping itself before it would increase the speed. However, these delays were just half a second, meaning that I wouldn't really notice them. And then I would have it also increment down. So it would go from 255 to 0 in increments of 5 by decreasing it, though. And then the final technical explanation is for the line following part. So the line following component is this part, and there are three wires on it. So one of the first wire that I did, I attached to the Arduino board, and I attached it to the second pin specifically, and then I was able to define this in my code so that I was able to add this component inside my code. And then I attached one of them to the ground, which which is connected using a black wire, and then I attached the other one to the 5 volt, which is going to be important to getting the electric current for it. And then I also faced a few challenges throughout this project. So when I was doing my move by code and speed up, I didn't have too many challenges as I was just taking some code and just trying to understand it. But then when I had the line following part, the code that I used was slightly wrong in one line because because it was 0 instead of moving. So it was supposed to be able to move. So I had to switch this with another line in order to get it to follow the line exactly as I saw it. And I was actually thinking that I had to make the line more straight when I originally tried to solve this problem. And then I think for my final milestone, I would, before I make modifications, I would try to get it to follow my hand using the ultrasonic sensor, which is over here, and the obstacle avoidance module, which is over here. And there are actually 2 of those obstacle avoidance modules. And then, so these are some things I hope to do for my 3rd milestone.